arise, arose, arisen, awake, awakened, awoke, awakened or awoken, backslide, backslid, backslidden or backslid, be, was, were, and been. Bear, bore, born or born, beat, beat, beaten or beat, become, became, become, begin, began, begun. Bend, bent, bent, bet, bet or betted, bet or betted, bid farewell, bid or bade, bidden, bid offer amount, bid, bid. Bind, bound, bound, bite, beat, beaten, bleed, bled, bled, blow, blare, blown. Break, broke, broken, breed, bread, bread, bring, brought, brought, broadcast, broadcast or broadcasted, broadcast or broadcasted. Brobit, brobit, brobitten or brobit, build, built, built, burn, burned or burnt, burned or burnt, burst, burst, burst. Bust, busted or bust, busted or bust, buy, bought, bought, cast, 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 catch, caught, caught. Choose, chose, chosen, cling, clang, clang, close, closed or clad, closed or clad, come, came, come. Cast, 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 creep, crept, crept, crossbreed, crossbred, crossbred, cut, cut, cut. Daydream, daydreamed or daydreamt, daydreamed or daydreamed, dealt, dig, dug, dug, disprove, disproved, disproved or disproven. Dive, dove, dived, dived, dive, dived or dove, dived, do, did, down, drow, dre, drown. Dream, dreamed or dreamt, dreamed or dreamed, drink, drank, drank, drive, drove, driven, dwell, dwelt, dwelled, dwelt or dwelled. Eat, ate, eaten, fall, fell, fallen, feed, fed, fed, feel, felt, felt. Fight, fought, fought, find, found, found, fit, fitted or feet, fitted or feet, fit, fit or fitted, fit or fitted. Flee, fled, fled, fling, flying, flang, fly, flay, flown, forbid, forbade, forbidden. Forecast, forecast, forecast. Forego, forewent, foregone. Foresee, foresaw, foreseen. Foretell, foretold, foretold. Forget, forgot, forgotten. Forgive, forgave, forgiven. Forsake, forsook, forsaken. Freeze, froze, frozen. Frostbite, frostbite, frostbitten. Get, got, gotten. Give, gave, given. Go, went, gone. Grind, ground, ground. Grow, gray, ground. Hand feed, hand fed, hand fed. Handwrite, handwrote, handwritten. Hang, hung, hung. Have, had, had. Hear, heard, heard. Hew, hewed, hewn, or hewed. Hide, hid, hidden. Hit, hit, hit. Hold, held, held. Heart, heart, heart. Inbreed, inbred, inbred. Inlay, inlet, inlet. Impot, impot or impotted. Impot or impotted. Interbreed, interbred, interbred. Interweave, interwove or interweaved. Interwoven or interweaved. Jerry-built, jerry-built, jerry-built. Keep, kept, kept. Kneel, knelt or kneeled. Knelt or kneeled. Knit, knitted or knit. Knitted or knit. Know, knew, known. Lay, led, led. Lead, led, led. Lean, leaned or leaned, leaned or leaned. Leap, leaped or leaped, leaped or leaped. Learn, learned or learned, learned or learned. Leave, left, left. Lend, lent, lent. Let, let. Lie, lay, lain. Lie, lied, lied. Light, lit or lighted, lit or lighted. Lip read, lip read, lip read. Lose, lost, lost. Make, made, made. Mean, mint, mint. Meet, met, met. Miscast, miscast, miscast. Misdeal, misdealt, misdealt. Misdo, misdid, misdown. Mishear, misheard, misheard. Mislay, misled, misled. Mislead, misled, misled. Mislearn, mislearned or mislearnt. Mislearned or mislearned. Misread, misread, misread. Missaid, missaid, missaid. Misspake, misspoke, misspoken. Misspell, misspelled or misspelled, misspelled or misspelled, misspent, 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 mistake, mistook, mistaken, misteach, mistaught, mistaught. Misunderstand, misunderstood, misunderstood, miswrite, miswrote, miswritten, move, moved, moved, moan, offset, offset, offset. Outbid, 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 outbreed, outbred, outbred, outdo, outdid, outdown, outdraw, outdre, outdrown. Outdrink, outdrank, outdrunk, outdrive, outdrove, outdriven, outfight, outfought, outfought, outfly, outflay, outflown. Outgrow, outgrew, outgrown, outlip, outlipped or outlived, outlived or outlived, outlie, outlied, outlied, outride, outrode, outridden. Outrun, outran, outrun, outsell, outsold, outsold, outshine, outshined or outshone, outshined or outshone, outshoot, outshot, outshot, outsing, outsang, outsung, outsit, outsat, outsat, outsleep, outslept, outslept, outsmell, outsmelled or outsmelt, outsmelled or outsmelt, outspeak, outspoke, outspoken, outspeed, outsped, outsped, outspend, outspent, outspent, outswear, outswore, outsworn, outswim, outswam, outswam, outsink, outsought, outsought, outrue, outre, outrown, outright, outwrote, outwritten. Overbeat, 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 overbreed, overbred, overbred, overbuild, overbuilt, overbuilt, overbuy, overbought, overbought. Overcome, overcame, overcome, overdo, overdid, overdown, overdraw, overdre, overdrown, overdrink, overdrank, overdrank. Overeat, overate, overeaten, overfeed, overfed, overfed, overhang, overhung, overhung, overhear, overheard, overheard. Overlay, overlaid, overlaid, overpay, overpaid, overpaid, override, overrode, overridden, overrun, overran, overrun. Oversee, oversaw, overseen, oversell, oversold, oversold, oversue, oversued, oversewn, or oversued, overshoot, overshot, overshot. Oversleep, overslept, overslept, overspeak, overspoke, overspoken, overspend, overspent, overspent, overspill, overspilled, or overspilled, overspilled, or overspilled. overtake, overtook, overtaken, oversink, oversought, oversought, overthrew, overthrow, overthrown, overwind, overwound, overwound, overwrite, overwrote, overwritten, partake, partook, partaken, pay, paid, paid, plead, pleaded, pled, pleaded or pled, pre-build, pre-built, pre-built, pre-do, pre-did, pre-done, pre-make, pre-made, pre-made, prepay, prepaid, prepaid, pre-sell, pre-sold, pre-sold, preset, 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 pre-shrink, pre-shrank, pre-shrunk, pro-fred, 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 prove, proved, proven or proved, put, 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 quick freeze, quick froze, quick frozen, quit, quit or quitted, quit or quitted, read, 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 reawake, reawoke, reawaken, rebead, 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 rebind, rebound, rebound, rebroadcast, 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 rebuild, 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 recast, 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 recut, 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 redeal, redealed, redealed, redo, redid, redone, redraw, redrew, redrawn, refit, refit or refitted, refit or refitted, refit, retailer, refitted or refit, refitted or refit, regrind, reground, reground, regrow, regrew, regrown, rehang, 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 rehear, reheared, reheared, reknit, reknitted or reknit, reknitted or reknit, relay, relay, relayed, relayed, relay, relayed, relayed, relearn, relearned, relearned, relight, relate, relate, remake, remade, remade, repay, repaid, repaid, reread, 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 rerun, reran, rerun, resell, resold, resold, resend, resent, resent, reset, 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 resue, resued, resown or resued, retake, retook, retaken, reteach, retaught, retaught, retear, retore, return, retell, retold, retold, resync, resat, resat, retreat, retread, retread, retrofit, retrofitted, retrofit, retrofitted or retrofit, revake, revoke, revaked, revaken, revaked, revere, revore, revorn, revive, revove, rewoven, rude, rude or rooted, rude or rooted, rewet, rewet or rooted, rooted or rooted, ravine, revan, revan, rewind, rewound, rewound, rewrite, rewrote, rewritten, read, 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 ride, rode, ridden, ring, rang, rang, rise, roise, risen, roughcast, 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 run, ran, run, sandcast, 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 sow, solved, solved or sound, say, said, said, see, saw, seen, seek, sought, sought, sell, sold, sold, send, sent, sent, set, 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 sew, sewed, sewn, sewed, shake, shoke, shaken, shave, shaved, shaved or shaven, shear, sheared, sheared or shorn, shed, 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 shine, shined or shone, shined or shone, sheet, sheet, shat, sheeted, sheet, shat, sheeted, shoot, shot, shot, show, showed, shown, showed, shrink, shrank or shrank, shrank, shut, 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 sight, read, sight, read, sight, read, sing, sang, sang, sink, sank or sang, sang, sit, sat, sat, slay, kill, slew, slayed, slain, slayed, slay, amuse, slayed, and slayed, sleep, slept, slept, slide, slid, slid, sling, slang, slang, slink, slinked, slank, slinked or slank, sleet, 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 smell, smelled or smelled, smelled or smelt, sneak, sneaked or snuck, sneaked or snuck, sue, sued, sewn or sued, speak, spoke, spoken, speed, sped or speeded, sped or speeded, spell, spelled or spelled, spelled or spelled, spend, spent, spent, spill, spilled or spilled, spilled or spilled, spin, spun, spun, speed, speed or spat, speed or spat, split, 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 spoil, spoiled, 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 spoon feed, spoon fed, spoon fed, spread, 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 spring, sprang or sprang, sprang, stand, stood, stood, steal, stole, stolen, stick, stuck, stuck, sting, stung, stung, sting, stank or stang, stank, strew, strewed, strewn, strewed, stride, strewed, striden, streak, delete, strike, stricken, streak, hit, strike, strike or stricken, string, strang, strang, strive, strove or strived, striven or strived, sublet, 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 sunburn, sunburned or sunburned, sunburned or sunburned, swear, swore, sworn, sweat, sweat or sweated, sweat or sweated, sweep, swept, swept, swell, swelled, swollen, swelled, swim, swam, swam, swing, swang, swang, take, took, taken, teach, taught, taught, tear, tore, turn, telecast, 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 tell, told, told, test drive, test drove, test driven, test fly, test flew, test flown, sing, sat, sat, flew, fro, frown, thrust, 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 tread, trod, trodden or trod, typecast, 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 typeset, 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 typewrite, typewrote, typewritten, unbend, unbent, unbent, unbind, unbound, unbound, unclose, unclosed or unclad, unclosed or unclad, underbid, 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 undercut, 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 underfeed, underfed, underfed, undergo, underwent, undergone, underlie, underlay, underlain, undersell, undersold, undersold, underspend, underspent, underspent, understand, understood, understood, undertake, undertook, undertaken, underwrite, underwrote, underwritten, undo, undid, undone, unfreeze, unfroze, unfrozen, unhang, unhung, unhung, unhide, unhid, unhidden, unknit, unknitted, unknit, unknitted or unknit, unlearn, unlearned or unlearned, unlearned or unlearned, unsow, unsowed, unsown or unsowed, unsling, unslang, unslang, unspin, unspun, unspun, unstick, unstack, unstack, unstring, unstrung, unstrung, unweave, unwove, unweaved, unwoven or unweaved, unwind, unwound, unwound, uphold, upheld, upheld, upset, 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 wake, woke, waked, woken, waked, waylay, waylaid, waylaid, wear, wore, worn, weave, wove or weaved, woven or weaved, wed, wed or weeded, wed or weeded, weep, wept, wept, wet, wet or wetted, wet or wetted, wet, wetted, wetted, win, won, won, wind, wound, wound, withdraw, withdrawn, withhold, withheld, withheld, withstand, withstood, wearing, warang, warang, write, wrote, written,